You know, from outside.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again and see if I can get it from Jenny. City Council meeting. Full packet. Okay, I'm still gonna try.
Good news is, have a spare set.
Chelsea, you want these back?
Here, let's put it. Try to keep it organized here.
You're good? Yeah, I have a spare set, I'm gonna walk. That's right. Good. I'd take it home too. Yeah. I know. But it wouldn't hurt you to walk either. No, it wouldn't. In fact, it'd do me good.
So we're going to call this meeting to order, the September 12th City Council meeting, and we will begin with roll call, please.
Walters.
Here.
DeVrak.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Sobel. Here. Sarchet.
Here.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
And roll call?
DeVrak.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Sobel. Yes. Sarchet.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 4, public hearing. It's time to close the regular meeting and open the public hearing on the West Bridge Road Water Main Loop project improvements. When was the notice published?
September 2nd.
Have we had any written comments that have been received for or against the proposed project?
No, sir.
We'll have a staff report.
So for council's consideration tonight, we publicly bid the West Bridge Road Water Main Loop project on September 7th. We received 6 bids ranging from $79,200 up to a high bid of $117,917. Just for council's information, this is the second time that we have solicited bidders for this project. They first occurred in mid-May or early May and resulted in a single quotation of over $93,000. By rebidding this project, we gained interest from a lot of different interested bidders and ended up coming in nearly $14,000 lower than previous quotations resulted. The apparent low bidder was Elder Corporation out of Des Moines, Iowa. Snyder & Associates has worked all across the metro with Elder in the past, and we feel confident that they can complete the work on time, on schedule, and on budget.
Does that price change just the construction season timing thing probably, or do we know?
So we have had success recently in some other communities by offering options for construction period, and that's what we did on this project. They can either select fall of 2022 construction season or the spring of 2023, and I think that's partially it. I also think that we're cautiously optimistic that we're turning the corner on the super high bidding climate.
And either of those seasons don't cause any issues for you or your people, Mike? No. What was what are we budgeted for in the capital plan for this? Remember, are we in that same ballpark?
We are over budget on this project. So the original estimate, I believe, was $58,000, and that included engineering. So we're closer to $90,000.
And the main delay for this project and why it took us so long is in order to make this more desirable, as we started seeing those bids go up, we actually got Lumen to relocate some fibers that would have been in the way of this loop project before the project was ever bid. So I think this is actually favorable relative to what would have happened had that loop.
It's just a matter of the just cost of doing business went up between our estimated and Missouri. So
And it was we were corresponding with Lumen like every 8 days, every 10 days. It just took nearly a year for them to get their stuff.
wouldn't have asked about a little bit now.
Anything else? Anyone?
Refresh my memory here a little bit, Mike. Is there a cost savings for the city? Is that what spurred this, or
Well, at
it's
some
been quite a
point,
while ago?
at some point, we have essentially two dead ends. So we have a dead end of Water Main and Parker and one right there in front of the new church that's out there. And we need to get this water main into one, loop that whole system in for that water circulation. And two, there is a trail coming up in a future year. And we would like to get this water main in and settled and a season or two under it before we put that trail in also. Because it'll go right in the same area. But as far as a cost savings, there really won't be one. It's really about looping of that area out there and getting that water flow.
Just better service.
It would be, yep, and more favorable for the water conditions.
I recognize the council's concern about this project being a little bit over our original CIP estimate. If you all recall, we borrowed some money in 2021 for the roundabout, the water loop at Bridge Road, and then also to drill a new well. We are not going to be drilling a new well with the discussion of regionalization. So we do have some extra cash from those bonds that we sold. I think we had talked about it in quite some length about walking away from the project, but we do need to get it done. And the cost probably will continue to go up, and we can't afford to do it with those proceeds from the 2021 bonds.
I'm not saying it's not worth doing. It's just what business, it's what happens now. So it's just, again, the cost of business. And so I completely recognize things are going to be more. And so we've done all we can. And so we got to just do it.
I'd like to see a financial return, of course, but better service for our citizens is a pretty good return.
And not having to tear up bike path
Yeah.
it's put down.
Yes.
Do it twice.
And plus, never going to be any cheaper than it is.
I would agree. Thank you.
Okay, is anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the proposed project? I need a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
Second.
Roll call?
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVorak?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moving on to A1, Resolution 2022-107, adopting plans, specifications, form of contract, and opinion of probable construction cost. Motion, please.
Second, why do we have two resolutions on the award versus this one?
The law requires the proceedings that you've got before you accept the, you adopt plan specification to form of contract, and then you proceed to award.
Okay.
So that's why it's split into two.
in different meetings, or am I just?
No, always, usually in the same
Yes.
meeting.
What you're thinking of, Rob, is at the next council meeting, actually approve
Approve the
the
contract.
contract, the signed contract from Elder Court.
Or I'm just missing? Second nonetheless.
Roll call, please.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVorak?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Yes.
The second item is Resolution 2022-108, making award of construction contract with Elder Corporation in the amount of $79,200. Motion, please.
Second.
And roll call.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet? Walters?
Yes.
DeVorak?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Moving on to number 5, public comments. This is the time and place for comments for any item other than those that are a public hearing. Have we heard from anyone, Jenny?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move on to 6 then. Consent items. A motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
DeVorak?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet? Walters?
Yes.
Item 7, business items. A, FEH presentation on fire station and city hall community center projects. We just move on to voting on the first one, don't we? Architecture design services proposal for fire station remodel in the amount of $99,237. Motion, please.
Second.
And roll call.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
The second item then, architecture design services proposal for city hall / community center project in the amount of $362,149. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second. And one quick question. So these two motions are for the schematic design, development, construction docs, putting it up a bit, all the phases you outlined in our work session. Okay. Well, and then to anything up to the awarding of a contract for construction, correct?
All the way through construction.
All the way through. Yep.
We will have the roll call, please.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters,
Abstain.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Yes.
Item B, third reading of ordinance 2022-2100, amending chapter 101, regulation of industrial wastewater, commercial wastewater, and hauled waste. Motion,
So moved.
Second.
roll call.
Vogel,
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Item C, third reading of ordinance 2022-1900, approving rezoning petition for 5810 Northwest 118th Avenue and 1000 East Northside Drive of 95.2 acres from A1 to R1. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
And nothing has come, since this is the last one, nothing new
No, sir.
was on this.
Roll call.
Walters,
Yes.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Item D, Snyder and Associates July 2022 engineering services invoice in the amount of $21,687. Motion, please,
Second.
and roll call.
Vogel,
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters,
Abstain.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Moving on to reports and particulars. I guess we'll begin with staff. Anything?
Nope.
Okay. Chelsea, do you have anything?
I notified the council last week in my weekly update, but I did just want to reiterate that we've decided to postpone the Citizens Academy for the fall 2022 session. We are going to be looking at some spring dates to propose to the public, but we just didn't have enough applications to make a full go of the academy. So we will be looking to postpone that, and I will get you some information soon.
That's good, because the people I tried to recruit had excuses like they weren't going to be around. But so we'll see if that changes. Right. Retired people are awful busy.
Anything from the council? Add?
I do have a couple quick things. Welcome to the new fire department member. Always good when new additions come in. And then there's a few library items on the consent agenda, and I just want to put a quick shout out. I've probably not been doing the greatest job as liaison. Well, one, because I missed the last meeting, but before that, I just think that's been both to the board, you and your staff. Everybody was impacted by COVID, and it's just been encouraging for me to hear some of the progress and sort of the not just the return to normal, whatever you call that, in terms of reactivity and some of those things, but the proactive lessons learned about how people engage maybe differently now. And so I don't know that these examples are super indicative of that, but I do, I'm just proud of that group and the work that your staff has done, turnover and finding people and everything that got thrown at the library to remain. Small town libraries are a valuable piece of the community. I think ours is thriving. It's good to see. So well done to your staff team.
I would like to just congratulate Officer Lanford on his successful retirement. And that was, he's probably been off this month, I assume, because he had time off, but his last day was end of last month.
Right, it was last working day.
Okay, yeah, so just want to thank him for 20 years of amazing service. Not only a good friend, but just a good man, a great officer, and wish him the best moving forward as he goes on to bigger and better things, whatever that may be. Maybe stay-at-home dad. He can do whatever he wants, right? And I do have a question. How is the department running? I mean, you have, I think the full, right? But you still have people in the academy. And
We have Caitlin and Kevin both started the academy. They're on their third week.
okay.
So no run in there until December.
It looks like you have quite a few calls this month compared to last, and probably has something to do with staff maybe having all your time slots filled. And once again, impressed by our canine Doris. Any drugs off the street are good, and there was 3 pretty big busts. I mean, heroin, meth. Anytime that's brought into packet and Doris found that, and it's out of our community, that is a win. There's no dollar amount that can maybe save a life by having that. So I just love the fact that we have that capability, and thank you for that. And it's much appreciated, and fire as well. I think you're down a little bit, but paramedic coverage is getting maybe better with, so anyway, thank you.
I think the only thing I would add is October 1st, we have the Fall Fest, so everybody is invited to come to that. And there's a bike ride before that from 12 to 3, and then Fall Fest from 3 till 7, I think. So it should be a great time. It was last year. So
Is that gonna be a 100-mile bike ride?
We've got a 6 mile, a 25 mile, and a 36 mile option.
I can fit in one.
Okay.
Can do them all.
No.
you have to register for the bike ride.
Yeah,
So
online.
online.
Well, I might not make it.
I can help you out.
I'm gonna pay up registration just for
It involves a computer.
We have to keep it light. We have
If it involves a computer,
Put
the
'em down
old
now.
guy struggles.
Okay, that being said, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And thank you. See?
Old guys are getting slow.
All in favor, say aye.
That was cruel.
Any opposed, say
I actually
aye.
forgot you were here.
We're adjourned.